Our next story is from West Asia. The U.S. has sent Secretary of State Antony Blinken to the region again. He landed in Israel earlier today. This is his 11th visit to West Asia in 1 year, and a fresh attempt to bring about a ceasefire. The U.S. thinks the time is ripe. Israel has killed Yahya Sinwar. This could work as an exit ramp and allow Israel to end the war on a high. That's what Washington is banking on. But even if the direct fighting comes to an end, it won't stop the battle behind the scenes. Covert warfare is rife in West Asia, and it's not just the Israeli spy agencies like Mossad. Iran has also made some moves, which Israel is just uncovering. Yesterday, Israel announced that it had arrested 7 Iranian spies. Today, it claims to have arrested 7 more. We'll start with the first group. They were based in northern Israel, in the city of Haifa. They were Jewish people from Azerbaijan who got Israeli citizenship. The 7 included 2 miners and a soldier who had deserted the army. Israel says that they had conducted about 600 spying missions between them over the span of 2 years. So they began working before the October 7th attacks last year. This group was apparently tasked with gathering information, photos of sensitive sites like the Ramat David Air Base, the Nevatim Air Base, the Golani Brigade Base, and the Glilot Base in Tel Aviv. You know what all these places have in common? They've all been targeted recently by Iran or Hezbollah. Iran targeted the Nevatim base directly during its 2 missile barrages at Israel on April 13th and October 1st. Hezbollah fired rockets at the Ramat David base on October 5th. A few days later, they targeted the Golani Brigade base. Hezbollah sent drones there. At least 4 Israeli soldiers were killed in that attack. And earlier today, Hezbollah struck the Glilot base. So Israel's enemies clearly know about these bases. They know what to strike. How did they find out? Israel says it's because of the spies. 2 Iranian intelligence agents were allegedly directing this operation. They were known as Al-Khan and Orkhan. The Iranians approached the 7 spies through a Turkish intermediary. The middlemen supplied them with materials and missions. The spies were given a price list. Basic low-risk missions fetched them smaller sums of money. They started out with those. The spies were paid in cryptocurrencies and sometimes in cash, delivered by Russian couriers. The spies apparently took on riskier missions over time, chasing bigger payouts, and that's how they were caught. 3 of the spies were reportedly following an Israeli official. They were planning to assassinate him, but they were caught before they could do that. And these 3 eventually gave up the rest of the crew. All 7 were officially arrested yesterday, and that was the first group of spies. The second group was arrested earlier today. Again, 7 people. This group is young, reportedly between 17 to 23 years of age. Their leader was of Arab descent. This group also started out with smaller test missions, like setting cars on fire or buying weapons. Each successful mission got them a payout. Again, the more dangerous the mission, the higher the reward. This group is accused of trying to assassinate an Israeli nuclear scientist. They were picked up before they could do that. They were detained, in fact, in September and formally arrested today. Now, both the spy groups are facing trial. They have been charged with aiding the enemy during wartime and conspiracy to commit terrorist offenses. They could face the death penalty or, at the very least, lose their Israeli citizenship. So, by the looks of it, Iran has been learning from Israel. Tehran is also recruiting intelligence assets and conducting long-term operations. So, a ceasefire, which is a very long shot at the moment, may stop the bombardment. And we do hope it does, but the shadow war will rage on.
Firstpost decodes the U.S. election. Explains how America chooses its president. Your primer on the race to the White House. Everything you need to know about how America votes and its global implications. U.S. Election Explained, every Monday and Thursday only on Firstpost.